Looking for assault rifle where absolutely dominates in the battlefield? Well, the RM68 is the weapon for you. What's up, troopers? My name is Neon, and today we're going to be talking about the RM68 setup. Before we get into the video, troopers, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, would really appreciate it, and of course leave a like. Thank you very much. This weapon has absolutely blown me away. I honestly did not think it was going to be this good. I've been having an absolute blast with it, and I just can't go wrong when it comes to these multiple ranges. This weapon can do pretty well when it comes to close range, extremely well when it comes to medium range, and it can do pretty okay when it comes to long range. There's multiple setups what you can do with this weapon. You can have a slower fire rate, you can have a really fast firing rate, and just so much more. What this weapon can do is up to 40 damage, accuracy up 64, range of 38, handling for 72, and rate to fire of 730. The highest magazine you can do with this weapon is only up to 30, so you can't have any drum mags. So with this weapon, you got to be really careful how many bullets you do use, because you can run out really quick. You need to play in the assault class, because if you don't, you're going to lose a lot of extra magazines. So only having 30 bullets, you can definitely waste them bullets away really quick. The sights I like going for is actually just a standard dot sight. This has been really effective. Of course, you can definitely decide if you want to go for a longer range, as this weapon does have a really cool variety to it. What's really good about this weapon is because it actually has an iron sight already on the weapon. So even if you didn't want to use a close range sight and you wanted to go for something a little bit more further, then you can switch to iron sight. But what is really cool is because I like using a thermal sight for this weapon as well. But sometimes if an enemy is really tricky or they're just not popping up on the thermal sight, I could just switch sight and just go to iron sight, and then I can see the guy a lot more clearer. So having them two sights there are definitely beneficial. But really, when it comes to sights with this weapon, it is really a personal preference, because it is an assault rifle and you can go for a lot more of a larger sight. So mess about with it and find your right sight for you. And here we are with the magazines, the juicy stuff, the close combat. This is my #1 magazine what I use already. This is the one what's actually going to help you out so much more with your recoil control, reload speeds, and rate of fire. The only disappointment what this magazine gives you is you do lose a little bit of range. That's not a big deal. Increasing that rate of fire is just going to make it a lot more fun when it comes to your aggressive gunfights, and the handling upgrades up to 82. I don't think you guys understand how high handling it really is with this weapon. If the right people use it, you can literally use this gun and it probably won't even move when it comes to recoil. And the next one has to be the standard issue extended. But the difference is from the close combat to the standard issue extended is the fact that the rate of fire is not there. You do lose some reload speeds, but the rate of fire is actually being decreased. So then when you use this weapon, you're slowing down the fire rate, and that's a good thing because it keeps you more consistent in them gunfights. What's good about the standard issue is it's just for a perfect balance. You don't increase any benefits, but you also don't lose any benefits at the same time. So it's just a perfect balance, as it already says. The laser sight I have been using is the MGL laser sight. If you're going to be using nothing on the bottom side of your tree and then you was going to go with that laser sight, you'll be absolutely amazed at the benefit it can do. You can actually bump this weapon up to +9 when it comes to accuracy, and that's just crazy. Bumping that weapon up just by that much is just a lot in general, even up to like 3, but bumping it up to 9 for extra accuracy is just over the moon. As I said, troopers, this just makes that gun absolutely consistent. So sometimes you just don't want to go consistency. Sometimes you just want to go nitty and gritty in them situations. Well, this weapon also has a short-term barrel, and oh my, this is literally what changed this weapon completely. Obviously, it gives you that sound suppressor, makes you stealthed on the minimap when it comes to long range. This also gives you vertical recoil control and increase the rate of fire even more. But the problem is though, you do lose a little bit of weapon accuracy, and that's why I said about the increase of how high it is with the laser sight, as that can benefit it when you're using the short-term barrel. So right there, you already had a magazine what increased the rate of fire, and you had a short-term barrel what increased the rate of fire, and that's what I'm saying. You can make that gun so quick, like you're using it almost like an SMG. But the thing is, you're really not, because the way how this weapon performs is over the moon. It really does remind me of the M5A3, just a little bit more slower. But if you do want to slow down the rate of fire, because not everyone likes fast rate of fire weapons, and I totally get that, and that's probably where the champion muzzle brake is for you, because that's obviously going to help you a lot more consistently when it comes to your recoil control and your gunfights in general. But because this weapon doesn't really have that many bullets, you can definitely waste away a lot of the rounds. So sometimes going for the fast firing rate weapons are not really the way to go. But that's why I always keep saying to you, troopers, make sure you're playing in the assault class to have the more bullets. And there we go, troopers. That is the RM68 best class setup. You troopers got to let me know what you think about this weapon, and if there is anything you would like to change in the setup, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, troopers, thank you very much for listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, be part of Pink Wagami, and I'll see you troopers in the next video. Peace.